I miss it. I miss the speeches with Trump. You remember that? We used to get 5 speeches a day when he was in office. Anytime you turn on the TV, that guy was giving another fucking speech. Live, dude. In front of a helicopter, screaming, calling a lady a lesbian or something. It's gonna be a tough one to defend at work. But I'm gonna. Now it's sad. Now with Biden, we get like one speech every 3 months. And it's hard. He's like falls and shit. It's hard to watch. It's sad. I'm rooting for the guy. Obviously, I want things to go well. But it's hard to watch him do anything. Anytime I watch Biden do anything, I get the same feeling as like, you ever go to a friend's house and they have like a 16-year-old dog and it walks in the room? And you gotta do that whole like, oh, hey, there he is. Look at him. He's looking great. My favorite thing about Biden is anytime Biden finishes a speech, he transforms into a Roomba. I miss it. I miss the Trump speeches. Trump gave what I think was probably one of the greatest speeches of world leaders given. You know, it's got to be up there with like Churchill, Gettysburg Address. Anyway, for real though, it was my favorite speech I've ever seen a president give. It was the night the United States killed the leader of ISIS. Trump comes out of the Situation Room at like midnight in the White House and he walks down that fucking tunnel like he gives a press conference like he's giving a post-game NBA just killing a guy press conference. He walks up in front of the entire world at midnight and just goes, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He died like a dog. And it's that's all him, dude. I didn't change one word of that. That's what he opened with. And then he did 40 minutes. The speech is 40 minutes. For no reason. It wasn't a prepared speech. He freestyled 40 straight. Not even a speech, just mean shit talk for 40. The meanest shit talk you've ever heard in front of the whole world. Abu. We could hear him crying. I said, Abu, don't cry. Abu. Let me tell you something. Abu cried. He cried quite a bit. I wouldn't have cried. Cry baby Baghdadi. That's what we were all calling it. Look. I love everything about that speech. I love it. I love thinking about Trump in the Situation Room, surrounded by generals watching watching special forces, watching those cocksucking Navy SEALs. Those mother. If I was in there, I'd be like, get out of that, Abu, run! No, I love thinking about Trump in the Situation Room, watching a live military operation. He's the only dude in the room that wasn't military. He must have been the only dude watching it that was like, oh! Like, you could tell he's never seen it before by the fucking speech. The speech sounded like a guy just trying to tell you some shit he saw. A lot of guys would knock on the front door, not these guys, not our guys. Not our guys. Our guys went through the wall. They blew up his wall. And they used dogs. Beautiful dogs. Beautiful dogs is the funniest detail. It's true. They actually did use, it was the Army Rangers and they used dogs because they were afraid al-Baghdadi was going to be wearing a suicide vest, so they killed him with dogs and a robot. And then made fun of him for crying. Like, dude, let that guy cry. That's the scariest death I've ever heard of. That dude was laying in his bed in the middle of the night, his wall exploded. Fucking 10 dogs and a robot broke into Dude, 10 dogs wearing helmets and goggles broke into his house. The Paw Patrol, the actual Paw Patrol.
Mr. Trump, how do you feel about gay rights?
I like it, but they're going a little overboard with the dancing. A lot of dancing, I don't know about that.
Ton of.
What are you doing here?
I was asked to speak at this hotel. It turns out there's some type of pussy banquet going on.
No, give me Trump.
I thought that was Trump.
Trumpet.
No, Joe.
No, give me Trump with scientists.
Joe, there's a lot of scientists out there. There's these guys that come in here, they talk to you, they don't know what they're saying. They talk to you about
getting pussy. I get pussy a lot of guys.
All I want to see is some debate. Dude. Okay, Hannibal, yo, if he gets arrested, Hannibal Lecter him out for the fucking... Bring him on stage. Here's my idea. Final debate of the year. Have one Republican candidate, one Democrat. Be like, all right, fellas, surprise third guest tonight. Fucking stone cold music, the glass shatters. He walks out. They're both gay. I mean, see how they handle that. I think it is actually important to see how the candidates handle that type of pressure of debating with Trump. Because so far, none of them have been able to handle it. He literally, every debate, he just bullied whoever was up there.
That's terrible. During the campaign round in New Hampshire, Trump hit back at then rival Ted Cruz by quoting a woman in the audience who called the Texas senator a pussy. She just said a terrible thing. You do it.
She just said a terrible thing. You know what she said? Shout it out, okay. You're not allowed to say it, I wouldn't say it. She called him a pussy. Crowd went nuts, dude. Front door, not these guys, not our guys. Not our guys. Our guys went through the wall. They blew up his wall. And they used dogs. Beautiful dogs.
Beautiful dogs is the funniest detail. It's true. They actually did use, it was the Army Rangers and they used dogs because they were afraid Al Baghdadi was going to be wearing a suicide vest, so they killed him with dogs and a robot. And then made fun of him for crying. Let that guy cry. That's the scariest death I've ever heard of. That dude was laying in his bed in the middle of the night, his wall exploded. Fucking 10 dogs and a robot broke into him. Dude, 10 dogs wearing helmets and goggles broke into his house. The Paw Patrol, the actual Paw Patrol.
You guys see Jamie Foxx's Trump? It's a lot of great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides. I know he's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time. Now he can vote for me once he gets up. I love Snoop the Deputy Great person. So do you love Death Row Records? I love Death Row. I love Death. Excuse me.
It's incredible. I got tagged in that 9,000 times.
It's the only Trump I've ever heard is better than yours.
Well, black people are better at this.
This is the challenge.
It's really good.
Better?
Jamie Foxx.
I don't want to, I know the next couple words.
He's a black guy. Black guys, they're okay. Really good.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. Dude, some people are way better at the conversational Trump. I can't do that. Like
What are you going to do in 2024, Mr. Trump? Is it, you haven't announced you're running.
I haven't announced it. The crooked FBI, they went into my house. Not good. They didn't find anything.
Mr. Trump, how do you feel about gay rights?
I like it, but they're going a little overboard with the dancing. A lot of dancing. I don't know about that.
Trump, going back and saying, please. Trump.
That'd be amazing. You get Trump on your show?
I've had the opportunity to have him on my show more than once. I've said no every time. I don't want to help him. I'm not interested in helping.
The night's still young. We'll see.
If I have him on, the night's still young.
Yeah.
Think I'll have him on? Really? Why do you think that? Because you'll have food time?
And you're competitive. No.
Trump doesn't drink
At all.
Dude, have chicken. We get some McDonald's and amphetamines for the boy.
Imagine that the first time he drinks on your show.
Heard about it. I'll try it.
Imagine his Twitter drunk.
Trump?
His Twitter before was insane. His drunk Twitter would be bananas. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Dunked down a little bit.
Be a man. Drunk Trump.
Oh man, that's a character. Yep. Gillian Keys, right at
That up. That was a layup. We didn't even think of that. You just see him going like,
Well, just do it now.
Do it now.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. You do it now.
Just do it.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of guys coming out here. Jamie Foxx, what a great guy. Look at my African American over there.
There you go.
I saw the king, dude. I went to Mar-a-Lago.
Wait.
I was in Mar-a-Lago.
What?
Yeah. That shit was so nice. What I think was probably one of the greatest speeches of world leaders given, you know, it's got to be up there with like Churchill, Gettysburg Address. Anyway, for real though, it was my favorite speech I've ever seen a president give. It was the night the United States killed the leader of ISIS. Trump comes out of the Situation Room at like midnight in the White House, and he walks down that fucking tunnel like he gives a press conference, like he's giving a post-game NBA just killed a guy press conference. He walks up in front of the entire world at midnight and just goes, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He died like a dog.
This is pretty exciting. I've never been on a date with a white guy before.
Hit the buzzer.
I'm just wondering what it would be like for something a little smaller.
Let me stop you right now.
I don't know if something I think it's thin.
I told her. Waitress, you're gay.
Hey, blame the dairy industry.
I would never suck a thing. But if I did, it'd be one of the best sucks he's ever had.
Trump gave what I think was probably one of the greatest speeches of world leaders given. You know, it's got to be up there with like Churchill, Gettysburg Address. Anyway, for real though, it was my favorite speech I've ever seen a president give. It was the night the United States killed the leader of ISIS. Trump comes out of the Situation Room at like midnight in the White House, and he walks down that fucking tunnel like he gives a press conference, like he's giving a post-game NBA just killed a guy press conference. He walks up in front of the entire world at midnight and just goes, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He died like a dog. That's all his, dude. I just changed one word of that. That's what he opened with. And then he did 40 minutes. The speech is 40 minutes for no reason. It wasn't a prepared speech. He freestyled 40 straight. Not even a speech, just mean shit talk for 40 seconds. The meanest shit talk you've ever heard in front of the whole world. Abu. We can hear him crying. I said, Abu, don't cry. Let me tell you something. Abu cried. He cried quite a bit. I wouldn't have cried. Cry baby Baghdadi. That's what we were all calling. You got a good Trump.
Your Trump's good. Oh,
Trump thing.
I do it.
I've never heard yours.
Very good, very good.
It's very good. There's a lot of guys doing.
A lot of people doing me. You're a very good impersonator.
He's nice at it.
Not bad. Now, James Yoderosa, what a pig. Disgusting pig.
I would love to put the country on your shoulders, but Joe, it might slide off. I'm a very good comedian. I could be a comedian.
A lot of guys say Joe's built like a worm. I don't say that. But Joe is built like a worm. He looks like the Men in Black aliens grew up.
Trump gave what I think was probably one of the greatest speeches of world leaders given. You know, it's got to be up there with like Churchill, Gettysburg Address. Anyway, for real though, it was my favorite speech I've ever seen a president give. It was the night the United States killed the leader of ISIS. Trump comes out of the Situation Room at like midnight in the White House, and he walks down that fucking tunnel like he gives a press conference, like he's giving a post-game NBA just killed a guy press conference. He walks up in front of the entire world at midnight and just goes, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He died like a dog. That's all his, dude. I just changed one word of that. That's what he opened with. And then he did 40 minutes. The speech is 40 minutes for no reason. It wasn't a prepared speech. He freestyled 40 straight. Not even a speech, just mean shit talk for 40. The meanest shit talk you've ever heard in front of the whole world. Abu. We can hear him crying. I said, Abu, don't cry. Let me tell you something. Abu cried. He cried quite a bit. I wouldn't have cried. Cry baby Baghdadi. That's what we were all calling.
You got to do the easiest way to do Trump is like this. speech when he's doing a rally.
Okay.
Because it's just in the back of the book.
The greatest country. The greatest country.
Okay.
A little bit.
The greatest country.
Don't do this. Do this.
The greatest country.
Don't move at all. Only move your hand.
All right. Don't move my
If
body.
you're sitting,
All right.
if you're
The
sitting,
greatest country.
sit like that. If you're sitting.
Don't. First of all, don't. Okay. Sit like this. Yeah. The greatest country. The best country. The best country. Wow, what a country. Wow, what a country. A lot of Asians. A lot of Asians. Maybe two.
That's pretty good.
I don't even need a date, but I'll get a date if I want a date. You can go on Tinder. Have you heard of this? There's Tinder. You go beep boop pop and there's pussy.
Gotten better at comedy. But just a,
How has he not gotten better?
who had a little Trump there?
How is he here? How? Honestly, this guy.
I can't do it with the head.
You can do it. You got it.
Take the headphones off.
Don't do it. You had it.
Ari Shafir.
Yeah.
What a loser this guy is.
Yes. He's 68.
He's 70 years old, this guy. They tell me how old he is. He can't be this old. He is this old. That's amazing.
Great.
That's amazing.
Hey.
That's amazing.
There's a guy right now, somebody who's trying to buy this fucking park.
There is.
The last thing he needs is some dork coming on a podcast.
Probably
being
Trump.
like, take the park, man. I hope it's Trump.
Can you imagine Trump?
You want to help
Trump. Why do you want this park so bad?
Oh, you want me to do Trump?
Yeah.
Why is that Trump? What's the problem with this park? Why do you want it so bad, Donald?
We've got a lot of Jews down there.
That's good.
Thanks.
How'd you know that? How did you know there were so many Jews on there?
Yeah, stop.
No. What are you going to do with the park?
You can't.
A lot of people think that you're going to put a prison there. You going to put a prison there?
We might put a prison there. I haven't thought about it. We're thinking about a prison.